afternoon, aspiring authors. I hope you're all good, and I would like to take up this moment to answer some of your questions related to why authors don't publish. So welcome to Meet the Author podcast. This is a podcast where we are having interviews with authors, published authors, and upcoming authors. And also I'm taking up this moment as well in this podcast to come for solo conversation and share some of the ideas with you in terms of publishing your book. So my name is AnnaM. I am an author. I'm also an empowerment coach, and I am an international speaker. With that said, so far I have managed to publish 4 books, and I would like to show you a little bit of the books that I published. So this was my first book, Bringing Synergy to Your Life. I've got this, oh yes, here. I've got this year planner for 2025. I have Behind the Makeup and Stiletto. Here's the Behind the Makeup and Stilettos. I also have it close to me, Behind the Makeup and Stilettos. And I also have a journal that I have published. So in this journey of publishing one of these books, it was beautiful, and that's why I'm taking up this moment to share with you. With that said, all of the books that you are seeing behind me, I have published all of them, or I coached the authors to publish all of these books. So far we are on the 20th book that we have published. All right. So with that said, something again, I would host seminars on book writing, on how do you publish your book. So now I'm just taking up some snippets to share with you some of the things that I learned in the journey. Okay, so this period I would like to share with you some of the ideas that are happening around, and share perhaps as well some of the solutions to some areas. Okay, so now the big question is, why are authors not publishing their books? So you will find that you do have an idea, or you've got a powerful story to tell. Either sometimes you have written that in your notebook or you have typed it, and when you have typed it, for me it's like you have advanced, because if your manuscript or your story is powerful and interesting, then an editor might say, send me your manuscript. So if you have typed it, it's easier because you are going to just email your manuscript. But if it's written in a notebook, so you need to type first before you send. Okay, so I'll try by all means to be as slow as possible, so that perhaps the things that I'm raising can be clear. And if you've got any question, you can comment, and I'll get a moment to respond to your question. The other part that I want to ask you is, please subscribe, like, and share, and also comment, so that we build up this content for you. Now, an author sometimes is not publishing because they do not know where to start. So to answer that, if you do not know where to start, if you've got an idea, please write down that idea and create what we call a mind map or a brainstorm. And just out of that subject that you want to address, take out the things that you want to address for that particular subject. I'm going to give an example, and I'm going to give an example with my book. There are different types of writing. You can either write nonfiction or you can write fiction book. Okay, so with nonfiction book, that's what I deal mostly with, and that's true stories. So my book is the first book is a true story, and I want to give you an example where I started. So I wanted to address the issue of goals. So setting and achieving goals, it's a process. So now I said this is my subject, which is goals. Then out of that, then I want to first I want to address the issue of self-relationship. Before you set your goal, understand who you are so that your goals are aligned to who you are. So that's my first chapter in a way. Secondly, I said, okay, it's fine. Once you understand who you are, then conduct what we call personal SWOT analysis. And all of this process, I learned it from how a strategic plan is being developed. Okay, so the second part is conducts SWOT analysis. Then the third one, I addressed the issue of as a person, before you set your goal, set the direction of your life, your vision, your mission, and your values. You know, even in the strategic plan that is there. Then fourth one, it's then assess all areas of your life, 12 areas of your life. Then the fifth one was to then talk about setting and achieving your goals and looking at that process of having a vision board, having your bucket list, having your monthly plan, having your weekly plan and your daily plan, and prioritizing. So all of that became the key that I wanted to address. But because I also wanted to resonate with or connect with the readers, then chapter 1, or maybe let me say chapter 6 for now. Chapter 6 and 7 was about my background. So I made that the first chapters, then all of this became 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my first book, it's 7 chapters. So for you, I'm just saying that identify that that subject that you want to address and what is it that you want to address within that. So once you have identified all of those 7 areas, then you are able to say, okay, in my background, this is what I want to address. Maybe I want to address my primary school level, my tertiary, my career, and maybe my love life if I want. Then you then go to the part of, let's say, self-relationship, like I said. In the self-relationship, then you want to address self-care, self-love, and self-development. In the SWOT analysis, is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So all of this that I'm mentioning would become your chapters. Okay. Now, once you have done all of that on a paper or in a notebook, please type your manuscript. Once you type, when you type, it becomes very, very simple. It becomes very simple. Then you will then do what we call self-editing. You clean your manuscript. From there, after you've cleaned your manuscript, then you can then approach either a coach or approach an editor. Okay. I always advocate for you to get a coach, because coaches are there to assist in terms of shortening, if I can put it like that, their whole process, because they already walked the journey. So they will be able to tell you, do this, do that within a short period of time, and also sometimes help you to save costs. Then the other part is they are not publishing because of financial concerns. So if you are having financial concerns about publishing a book, what I can advise you to do is, or guide you, if because I'm not a legal advisor, but what I can just say to you as an input is that please approach different publishers, also approach different coaches, book writing coaches. I'm also one of the book writing coaches. Just ask in terms of what is the cost. So sometimes that cost is not just straight, because all authors are at different stages and your needs are also different. The size of the book are also different. So all of these books are A5 books. So if you ask me about this, I can give you the figure. But if you want a smaller book than this one, A6, or if you want an A4 book, then that will be different. The other thing is also, like the people that are publishing children's books, some they would want to have illustration. That is also something that is different from the normal one that we have published. I'm going to give you an example with this one. So if you see, this is text, although there are pictures in it, but it's black and white text. So it's very simple to publish this kind of book, or it's cheaper. All I'm trying to say to you is that ask for a quotation. So normally you would get a quotation for editing, proofreading, layout. Then once that is done, then the person who is assisting you will then send your manuscript to the printer to get the code for you for printing. Then at the end of the day, you will be able to know how much it is. Right. The other thing is that in this journey, or what I provide as well, is that you do not pay that particular amount all at once. That's what I do. I do what we call payment arrangements. I'm not so sure about other publishers, but what I can ask you to do is ask as well with that publisher whether you can make payment arrangements. You may find that those payment arrangements are something that you can be able to afford. All I'm trying to say to you is that let financial concerns or financial costs stop you from this dream of publishing your book. So there are different ways that you can approach this. And for now, I would not talk about any funding because I'm not even aware of any funding. But I think there is a way that a person can be funded. All what you need to do is just to research further. Okay, so perfectionism is one of the things that makes one not to publish the book. You keep on writing, rewriting, and write. So if you are a perfectionist, please put a timeline to say maybe within 3 months I'll be writing and writing only. I'm not gonna do any other activities. I'll focus on writing. If you are working, you'll go to work, come back to the house chores, then from there write your book until you finish it. So if you become a perfectionist, you would not publish your book because all the time you will see a mistake. So write your book, finish it, send it to the editor. Editor will do the work that needs to be done, and then the graphic designer will do the layout. Then your book will follow the whole process until it gets published. So maybe what I can also say to you is that replace perfectionism with excellence. Rather your book become excellent as compared to perfectionism. The first time when I published my book, I consulted with a coach who is in UK. She's very much experienced. She's been in the game for a very long time. And all what she said to me is that there is no book that is perfect. So as you put up the teams together, they will perfect it. So as an author, you will not perfect your work, but as you put in the editor's work, the graphic designer, at the end of the day, you will get a perfect book that you want. Okay. So there's someone who write, rewrite, delete, and we call that a syndrome, or forever writing syndrome. So if you are that person writing, rewriting, deleting, you will not publish the book. You will waste a lot of time. So that's why I said, just put up a timeline. Once you have that timeline, you are able to say, okay, I'm going to finish on this particular day. Finish, give your manuscript to the next person. Because if you still have your manuscript, I'm telling you, every day you become the best version of yourself. Every day you are growing because you are getting new information, and therefore you'll keep on writing, rewriting. You'll never publish a book. You need to tell yourself that I am done here, I'm stopping here, and send it to the next hands, and the next hands will work on it. When they return it back, they will give you instructions in terms of what you need to do. If they are not saying to you, write more, don't write more, because editors are trained in that space. Okay. Procrastination is one of the things that makes authors not to finish writing their book. You would say, I'll write tomorrow, I'll write next week, I'll finish next week. And there are some people that procrastinated for 10 years. They have had their manuscript for 10 years. Can I ask you that after you listened to this conversation that I am having with you, please make a decision to finish your manuscript, get it to the next hands. You know why? Because the world is waiting for your story. And if you're keeping on procrastinating and not working on your manuscript, either there's one who would publish a similar topic, or the world is missing out from you. So it's important for you to tell your story. Stop procrastinating, act now, and publish your book. Some are overwhelmed because of multiple roles that they are playing, which is sometimes it's something that you are not able to avoid. But some are overwhelmed by information that they want to put into the manuscript. Don't worry. If you've got a lot of information, reserve it for your next book. There's always an opportunity to publish a next book. But all I say is that allow your first book to run its course once it has run its course, once you are able to either make 6 figures with your book, or you are able to create 7 streams of income out of one book, then you can go for your second book. But put up that information out there on the site, and so that you then use it for your second book. Just limit, particularly when you are a first-time author. I'm just asking you perhaps to limit to straight to the point, address the matter that you want to address, so that you find to fit in the writing space, in the literary brilliancy. Once you got your fit, then you can then come up with another topic and build up and build up. One of the things as well is that once you are having a big book as a first-time author, you may find that it becomes expensive for you to print. So if it becomes expensive for you to print, how much are you going to charge your clients? Because we are thinking both ways. As you are selling your product, you sell your product, quality product, you also need to benefit, but also you don't need to become unnecessarily expensive to your clients. So there is that balance that we need to bring. So I always say, perhaps you can start with a small and grow as you go, and that small, it's up to you what small would be. But in my own interpretation, a small, maybe you can start with a 180-page book and you grow. But there's a lady, a powerful woman, who has written about 400-page book. It's awesome, it's worth it. She's selling it and is doing wonders, and she's able to tell the story, and it's worth it. Even the price is worth it. So it depends. If you are very strong in marketing and you are very good, you can also do that and just price your book very high. But if you are not, and you like, depending on your target market as well, so you can then start with the small, and you then build up. It is also up to you. I'm gonna give you an example. My first book is 180 pages, and it's reasonable in terms of the price. And the second book is the stick. You see, because now I'm selling the two together. It's a package. All right. So it depends on your marketing skills as well, marketing strategy as well. So this book is 210 pages, and it's quite expensive because of the content that I've put in. So it also depends, but it's also expensive for me to print it. That's why it is expensive for me to, it's expensive when I sell it, if you can put it like that. Okay. The other time is waiting for the right time. The right time is today, is now. As you are listening to this conversation, this is the right time for you to publish your book. There is no any other right time. Remember, you have been waiting. You wrote your manuscript long time ago. That time never arrived. So today I want to confirm with you that that time is now. Others are not publishing because of the unfinished draft. Finish your draft. Put a full stop, send it to the next person who is either your coach to do the manuscript critic, or your editor. Others are lack of focus. So you write, you leave, you focus on the other thing. One of the, I listened to a book last week, even today, and even one of the motivational speakers, they were talking about similar thing. It's about a rabbit. And they were saying you can't chase 3 rabbits all at once. If you chase all of them, you won't catch any. So it's like with the focus. One of the authors was talking about focus. So they were saying, if you're focusing all over, you would not publish your book, because you would write this, you leave it, you write that. So also my encouragement is that if you write one book, write it, finish it. I don't know how it happens. Some people do write or tell me that we've got 4 manuscripts unpublished. So I would ask myself, why am I not publishing one at least? So always when I tell them, I say to them, choose which one you would like us to start with, because we can't focus on 4. So with you as well, I would like you, if you've got an unfinished draft or drafts, choose which one you would like to put a full stop, send it through for processing so that you publish your book. Lack of focus, please put that focus. You can take about 2 months or a month or weeks and focus on your manuscript, get it done, send it through. Some are discouraged, others are discouraged because of either a feedback from whoever who's working on your manuscript, or a feedback from somebody that you shared with, either a beta reader or a person that you shared that you've got an idea. So, or whatever you read or whatever has happened, you get discouraged. So I would like to invite you to get your power back. If you got that idea in your heart, and I always tell about desire, if that desire came to you, God wants you to publish your book. So I understand you got discouraged, and I want to say to you, sorry. We are sorry, but pick up where you left off. Go to your manuscript, look for that manuscript. If you can't find it, rewrite and publish your book. With the discouragement, I'm a victim, if I can put it like that. Long time ago, before I published this book, I started writing a book in my area of specialization at the time, and I got a feedback, and that feedback discouraged me. And sometimes it's because you are immature, or sometimes it's because you do not have a coach, you do not have a mentor, or you do not have enough support system that can tell you, that person didn't mean that way. So my belief is that editors are there as people that are there to support us. They're not there to break anyone. I don't know whether there is any editor that is there to break anyone, but I believe that they are there to assist the world. And therefore, if they give you a feedback, please don't read it as a personal attack. Read it as a person who wants to clean your craft, who want to perfect your craft. And I don't know, maybe at that time I read it wrongly, and that's why I said to you, maybe it was because of many factors. But thank God I restarted the journey, and I moved to publishing the book. And that's why I'm here to say to you, if you are discouraged because of any feedback, I'm here to encourage you to say, pick up where you left off. And also, as a book writing coach, I give critique of a manuscript, and all I say to the people that I give feedback, I'm an honest person, but I'm also compassionate at the same time. I'm thinking through when I give feedback. If it was me, how would I feel? And when I give feedback, I would be frank, but I also tone down by all means, and even share with you that all of this that I'm saying to you, I'm not saying we are stopping. I will write with you if need be, but we are moving forward. You correct this, we are moving forward. The ones that I don't even play games with are the ones that do not use their brains, that they don't use their brains, they use AI. Those ones, I am saying to them, don't undermine your intelligence and completely rely on AI. I believe AI is there to supplement humans' intelligence. So you start with your intelligence. If you want to use AI, start with your intelligence and let AI supplement you. It can assist you with grammar corrections and the likes, but do not write to us, write to the nation using AI alone, and don't apply your intelligence, because you are powerful. You are very much intelligent. So those are the ones that I return back the manuscript and ask them to rewrite. Okay, there are no clear timelines. That's the reason why some are not publishing their books. Put a timeline, you will publish your book. Some is because of lack of time. I believe everybody else, we know everybody else have 24 hours, but schedule a time of writing. If you're saying 2 hours I write, focus on writing. There's a lot of distractions and a lot of things that compete for our attention. I'm asking you to put off anything. If it's a phone, put it off, maybe for, not necessarily off, but put it aside, okay, for 2 hours and write. If you want to write for 2 hours or 1 hour, put it aside, focus until you will see a lot of progress. Lack of time, prioritize. If you want to publish your book, writing a book and publishing it, it's a once off. I have worked on this book in 2022. Now we are in 2025. I don't need to write it again. So if you are saying you do not have time, I'm going to ask you just to allocate a certain period and focus on writing. And that's how this gentleman was able to publish this book. This book, it's a recently published book. When the author met me, and he said to me he has a workload, and we discussed, and I said, give yourself a timeline. He focused, we worked on the project. He eventually published the book, even went to an extent of publishing a website. And that is not because one has time, but you just dedicate a certain period. And I believe with this, it will encourage you to publish your book. The last one is not knowing how to publish. You do not know how to publish, and that's why I'm here to say to you, publishing is very simple. You can self-publish, or you can ask someone to help you publish, or you can approach a publisher. So there's 3 types of publishing that I would talk about. There might be more, but for now I would like to talk about these 3. One is self-publishing, when you do everything by yourself. You look for an editor, the graphic designer, the printer, and all of those people. But when you do this, please follow the right process. Do not cut corners, because cutting corners, it can be expensive. Follow the right process. Follow the right process so that at the end of the day, your book is able to be recognized at the library. Okay, when you go to deposit your book, it can be recognized. Secondly, there is a hybrid publishing, and that's when you are approaching someone to help you self-publish, and that's what I specialize in. I come in to help you to self-publish your book. At the end of the day, you also own the copyright, and you put up the price of your book. You own. If you want to increase it, you increase. If you want to take it lower, you take it lower. At the end of the day, there is no one who's owing anyone. There are no royalties. It's you running the show. The only thing is that I come in that gap. So the hybrid, the team, everybody who is doing the hybrid publishing, we are just coming in the gap to help you publish your book, self-publish your book, all right? And also that is very simple, because most of us, including myself, we do have the team around that is very professional, that is assisting us to publish a quality work. So I would propose that if you do not know the way, please approach a person who would help you with either hybrid or traditional publishing. So traditional publishing also, they've got their own rules. You approach a publisher, they tell you how they work, their contracts and royalties and everything that is involved. You agree, and most of the time everything is on paper. You agree, and from there you follow their process. All right, so with all of that, then you are able to publish your book. Publishing your book is simple, it's doable. And with that said, I would like to end it just here. I believe we had 30 minutes together, and I believe this 30 minutes has helped you to publish your book. Can I ask you in the comments, please tell me and commit that I am going to publish my book, because the world is waiting for your book. Would you kindly promise me in the comments, right? I'm going to publish my book. And if you need assistance, we are here to help you. If you need some more information, let me know in the comments. But also, if you want to get hold of us, you will find us at bookings@annamconsultancy.co.za. I'll put it here on the screen so that you are able to get hold of us. In terms of the cell phone, it's +27 76 987 2306 076 987 2306. As well, you will find it here. Please subscribe, like, and share. I will bring another information. If you liked this, let me know, because I'm going to bring you more. Let me just check what I have for you the next time when we meet. Let me see. I've prepared a lot for you. All right, let me see. Obviously, I'll motivate you. Okay, I'm going to share with you. Please be in the lookout. I'm going to share with you my writing journey and how I managed to publish 4 books, and then how I managed to publish the 19th book of other people. And the other one that I'm going to also assist you with is we are going to look at the types of writing in the 4th episode. So this is the 2nd episode. The 3rd episode, I'll just share with you my story, my writing journey. Then the 3rd one will go into the types of writing, the genre, so that you also have an idea of what is required in your genre. Then from there, please stick with us. Then we will do ABC of writing a book. At the end of the episodes, I would like you to have that whole information of who to approach, how your book should look like, and how can you also get your books in the bookstores. All right, let's leave it here for now. I'm so excited to journey with you. God bless you all.